Welcome to this video on how to use the Blank Reports tool in SAM.gov for ad hoc reporting and analysis. This video shows you how to create a report by adding attributes and metrics and filtering your report. Once you have decided that an ad hoc report is what you need, gather the answers to these 3 questions before you start your report. First of all, what time period are you interested in? A specific fiscal year? A certain month within a year? You can pull up to 12 years worth of data in a single report. Second, what aspects of contracts do you want your report to include, and what do you want to know about those aspects? And third, if you need to, how would you like to narrow down your report? Is there a specific vendor, state, or a dollar amount that you are looking for? For example, you could be interested in your organization's spending breakdown by industry or NAICS code. Once you have the answers to these questions, you are ready to start building your ad hoc report. Sign in to SAM.gov to access Blank Reports. From the top menu, select Data Bank, and then under Report Type, select Ad Hoc. Under Ad Hoc Reports, there is a list of reports. For this example, select Award/IDV Information Report. This selection takes you to the My Reports folder where personal reports are saved. The reports here are unique to each user profile. To create a new report, select Create. For this example, select Blank Report from the New Report drop-down menu. The next page displays prompts to filter data by entering the required start and end date range. For this example, enter a date ranged under the date sign selections. Then at the bottom of the page, edit in design mode. You are now in the report form. In the Report Filter section at the top of the page, you can see the date range that you've just entered. The left side column shows the Award IDV Information root folder where you select your attributes, metrics, and filters. Let's start with attributes. The root folder contains 2 subfolder options: Public Objects and Schema Objects. The Schema Objects folder contains our attributes, or those aspects of the contract that we are interested in. NASA users should be aware that NASA-specific attributes are found here, but they are only visible to NASA users. Select Schema Objects, and then select the Attributes folder. The subfolders within the Attributes folder contain business areas of interest. They are grouped according to the data driven from the current FPDS legacy system. You can type in the search box to find the attribute you want, and then select the magnifying glass to start the search. Double-click on any subfolder to open it, and double-click any individual object to add it to the report. To expand the All Objects pane to see the full file name, hover your cursor over the left column border, select your left mouse button, and drag to expand the column. To navigate back to any section, select it from the top menu drop-down in the All Objects pane. Metrics are added just like attributes. Using the drop-down navigation hierarchy at the top of the All Objects pane, toggle back to the Award IDV Information line item. Select the Public Objects folder to see the Metrics and Granular Metrics folders. Metrics are what we want to measure about the attributes that we've just selected. For adding metrics, you can find the attribute, then double-click it to add it to the report. For example, double-click the Base and All Options Value metric to add it to the report. We can select and drag attributes and metrics around in our report in the order that we want. Once you have added the necessary objects to the report to display the information that you want to see, the next step is to filter the report based on your specific criteria. In the top panel, we have our report filters. To use an attribute or metric to filter, navigate to the objects the same way you did before, only this time, drag and drop your objects to the report filter panel as opposed to double-clicking. For this example, drag and drop the base and all options value metric to the report filter. Instead of equals, choose between, and enter the dollar thresholds, $50,000 and $250,000. Be sure to use the corresponding format of each operator. In this case, you would use a semicolon between two values. Select Apply. For another example, drag and drop Contracting Department ID into the report filter. Now, if you know the number ID, you can enter it here to add it as a filter. If you don't know the number ID, search for the contracting department by name. To see a list of all objects that have been added to your report, select the Report Objects pane from the bottom of the left side column. Once all the necessary objects have been added to the report and the proper filtering conditions have been applied, you are ready to run the report. Select the Run Report icon at the top left-hand corner of the screen. After the report is successfully created, go to Report Home in the top left corner, select Save from your drop-down menu, and then name and save your report. With that, you've created your first report using the SAM.gov reporting tool.